to get this information about the voter fraud that's taking place here in California. The open and blatant fraud that's taking place inside of Minnesota. What's some of the fraud that's also taking place here inside of Minnesota? Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota? And do you think there is fraud taking place here? We've been seeing fraud taking place for years. And so would you say a lot of that is fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Absolutely.
This is fraud taking place.
Oh.
And what do you think about the fraud taking place here in Minnesota? The fraud taking place in Minnesota. Because we hear there's lots of fraud taking place here in Minnesota, and about the fraud taking place here inside Minnesota. Investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota. Potentially the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota. Fraud's been taking place for years. Concerning about all this fraud taking place, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota? More fraud taking place here.
How much fraud is taking place?
About the fraud that's been taking place specifically. The fraud taking place?
To expose more of the fraud taking place.
Massive fraud story taking place in America. But what do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota? And what kind of fraud is taking place? The blatant fraud taking place at daycares and other locations across Minnesota